I was fucking stupid today. I'll be real. Because so I decided to warm up. Yeah, I said to myself, right, I'm going to do 5 minutes on the Stairmaster and then just a short 5-minute run on the treadmill. Because I wanted to give running a go, like barefoot running a go, just running my socks on the treadmill. I thought, yeah, all right, cool. Let's give that a go. Anyway, part of the influence is that even though I haven't been watching him, yeah, I've been seeing that like Ivan's videos, most of them recently have been to do with like running and lifting. And I can't lie, like the thumbnails of his lifts have looked fucking, like his form has looked insane, like even by his standards. Yeah, so I was like, you know what, let me see what it's saying. And obviously all the barefoot stuff I've been looking into recently, the shoes are coming and whatnot. I was like, fuck it, let me give it a go. I ended up like a fucking idiot running for 15 minutes. Like, I got into a zone. Like, I'm not a runner. You know that how much I hate running. Anybody who knows me knows how much I hate running. And mate, I was just fucking ploughing away for 15 minutes. And I got blisters on my toes. Because obviously I was just wearing socks. And I was like proper, like the videos, a lot of the videos I've been watching with regards to the barefoot shoes recently have spoken about how like you're gonna have to train yourself to like start gripping the ground again with your toes. So I was really focused on that from the beginning, and I found a rhythm, and I found it really easy to keep going. And then I noticed that as like my big toe was gripping, I was getting a blister underneath it. So then, fucking hell. So I'm like, all right, cool. But I felt good. Like, I felt real good. It felt really good. Really fucking warm. Like, I felt really good. My calves felt open. Just felt great. And I pushed myself in many ways. And my lower back. Like, I always hated running because of my lower back. No problems with that. I was super focused on form. I watched a little video earlier today about form and shit. I was super focused on form, and I just caught a tempo. I was like, yeah, you might see me getting into this running thing. Anyway, 15 minutes has gone by, and I'm like, all right, cool, I should jump off, really. All right, jump off. I plan to get some squats in, and now I get under the bar, and I feel as stiff as I have felt in months. It was horrible, like horrible. So I did some... So, and then I was kind of like, shit, maybe I only have myself to blame. I mean, like, really, I shouldn't have ran for that long to test the waters. Because I ran to the point where, like, okay, no, now you're stressing your body. Like, now I'm actually putting my body through a stressor. So, like, this is a workout more so than a warm-up. Anyway, so now I'm under the bar, trying to move under it, trying to warm up and whatnot. And my hips just don't want to give. So I started doing some horse squatting to kind of open up my hips, and even they felt horrible. And when they feel horrible, that's when you know that your hips are just locked in place. And it makes sense because like you get to your point in the run where, especially with how focused I was on form and keeping my trunk stable and stiff and just bouncing from foot to foot, in many ways, like once you then once you get to a point where, okay, now we're working out, we're not warming up, it makes sense that my hips are going to get stiff in that movement pattern. So I've done some horse squats to try and warm up. They opened up my hips a bit, as they do. And then started loading weight to the bar. I just started feeling weak. Like 100 kilos felt fucking heavy. And I'll be real, like the last time I squatted was like the last time I high bar back squatted was maybe just shy of a week ago now. And 100 kilos felt light that day, I'll be honest. It felt real light. It didn't. That was the day where like 120 kilos felt heavy, and then 135 felt light, and then 140 felt light, and I thought I was going to do it, and I failed. But one thing that was plaguing me was the blisters under my toes, because I couldn't like get the tripod grip with my foot, and I couldn't really like get that mind-body contact with the ground with my foot, which I'm so used to now when it comes to squatting. And like whenever I squatted down, like the pressure on the blister was uncomfortable. So I would instinctively bring weight off my big toe, which is a big no-no. Like I need an equal amount of weight through the tripod of my foot. So I was just kind of beating myself up a little bit. Like I was stupid. It was stupid. That to run as much as I did in socks on the treadmill was fucking dumb in reality, considering that I came in knowing that I wanted to squat. It almost felt like a little bit of self-sabotage. I don't know why I would have done such a thing. But fucking hell, like that was dumb. But I really enjoyed the run. So there is a part of me that is somewhat excited to experiment with that. However, I was really disappointed at what I was able to do from a squat perspective. And again, because of the rushed nature of things, I didn't really do any self-rehab stuff. I didn't do any of that shit. So, fucking hell. I'm going to have to double down tomorrow and really, really be disciplined and fucking warm up properly, do my self-rehab stuff, open up my hips before I try and start squatting and give squats a go again. Because I wish I could go back to summer in many ways. Back to when I was squatting every single day, and it almost felt it was rare that my body wouldn't accept the squat. It was rare that it wouldn't accept the squat to depth with heavy load, like close to 1 rep max, and I was doing that for like a good month, maybe even 2. And I really want to get back there. I'll be real. I really, really want to get back there. But I was also having some thoughts on the way home about, like, if I look at my training from a 10-year plan perspective, with strength and mobility being like my highest values when it comes to the gym, I do really need to start thinking about drawing out a long-term plan with regards to where the bulk of my energy is spent right now. And then I need to figure out how MMA and wrestling at BJJ falls into that, because I haven't enjoyed this week from a perspective of I've almost felt victim slightly to my body, in that, like, after Tuesday, but mentally I was a bit taxed, physically I was a bit taxed. Maybe maybe I'm being too harsh on myself, because it's the first time in almost a month that I've done that level of workload. But there is a part of me that's like, no, I refuse to feel like I am subject to how I feel, like, because there was a point prior to having those 3 weeks off where that workload felt light. Like, I'd get up the next day and I'd go again, and it was easy and it felt easy. I don't know, man. But anyway, it was nice to run. If nothing else, it was nice to run. I enjoyed the run. Didn't record any of it, but I enjoyed it. If you made it this far, thank you.